Hi, I'm Shelby Wenner, and I work on the marketing team at Court Theater. I'm here with Charlie Newell and Kate Collins. Charlie is our artistic director, our Marilyn F. Vitale artistic director, and he is currently directing All My Sons at Court Theater. And his lovely wife, Kate Collins, is here with us too because she is featured in the show as Kate, as one of the leads in the show. So thank you so much for coming and talking with me today.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Great. And so not only are they working together in the show, but they are partners. They've been married for 25 years, is that right? Yeah.
Indeed, 25 and a half.
Amazing.
Well done.
He's got a calendar he
He
takes
does.
every day.
He does. That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, every day is a win, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and so I just am so excited to be able to talk to you about what it's like to work together after quite a bit of time. So, I've heard from others that you met way back in the day in 7th grade. Is that right?
Yes.
7th grade. That's exactly right.
And you were doing plays together then.
Yes, that's how we met.
Yeah.
In a play.
I was in the boys' school, she was in the girls' school in Washington, D.C., and so the only way I could meet girls was to go do plays. So I did plays, and I met Kate in 7th grade doing
Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers.
Oh.
It was the
Fun.
middle school play. And
Yeah.
then 8th grade was Animal Farm.
Yep. She was Clover, I was Boxer, the horses in Animal Farm.
Very nice. Very nice.
And I got to put my head in her lap, which was a thrill for me,
that's
as
so
Boxer was dying.
It was nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking.
But it was very,
Oh
I
my
thought,
gosh.
wow, this is fun.
Yeah, what a start. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It is. So working together sort of feels like second nature.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing it for so long, and then we did these shows in high school, and then we never dated or anything. We were just friends.
Yeah.
We were just friends. Our families were friends, that kind of thing. And then we went off to our separate lives after we graduated high school, and it wasn't until he finally got his act together and moved to New York, many years later, that we actually got together.
Amazing. So Kate, you sort of mentioned this, but you moved on a bit from the stage and you moved into the screen a little bit, right?
Well, a little bit. When I moved to New York, one of the ways in the 80s to stay in New York and do New York theater was to do commercials or daytime television.
Yeah.
And so I was fortunate enough to do All My Children for many years, and it kept me based in New York, so I got to do showcase work or off-Broadway work and stuff like that. So it was a gift. It was a real gift.
How does that compare to the theater?
Oh, well, they're different kinds of hard.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I loved the daytime television. I loved All My Children because it was quick work. You would get a big script. You'd learn it real fast. You'd go in, but they were very long. They were 15, 18-hour days in those days. But I loved the crew, and it was fun, facile. Every day was different. It was great. Theater, it's very different. Theater, you're going to do more of a deep dive into the same text and hopefully come out a human being once you get onto the stage. So they're just different kinds of hard and different kinds of challenging and different kinds of fun.
Sure. And Charlie, what was it like to see Kate on TV?
Well, it was thrilling, especially when I got to go into the studio to watch them tape. Oh my gosh, working in daytime, that's hard work. I mean, and Kate Stumata, she also played her evil twin.
Right.
So there were many scenes in which she was playing opposite herself,
Wow.
right? So she'd come home with like literally 100 pages of text
Oh my
between the
gosh.
two characters that she had to memorize for the next day. And I was like, whoa, amazing.
It was
I did
fun.
not know how you did that.
And-
It's a muscle. You use it or lose
Yeah.
it. And then, of course, you haven't been on stage for 18 years, so that was my big concern going into this project was I maybe lost whatever memory I had at one point, so I was a little worried.
Like riding a bike.
Yeah, I was
No
gonna say,
problem.
obviously not, huh?
Well, I think Tim Kaine and John Judd might have other ideas about how right I got it, but God bless them. They kind of keep it going, so
Yeah.
they're great. They're great
Well,
partners.
That's amazing. And so, yeah, being back at court and you having her back at court, how does it feel to be back? Is it, and you were here for Triumph of Love? was
Triumph
the
of
last
Love?
one?
No, that was our first show. That
Yeah.
was your
Right.
first show here that I
Yeah.
was lucky enough to be in.
1993, the very first show at my Chicago debut as the associate artist director of Court Theater Nick Ruddle graciously asked me to do Marivaux's Triumph of Love. And so I, perhaps ungraciously, said, well, my wife should play the lead. So that was our first show in Chicago.
Yeah, and that was, no,
Sorry.
that's all right, turn up. It was a great show because that was when Court worked in repertory. So Nick was directing Cloud 9, and
okay.
so everybody had to be shared, and he was very gracious to me and cast me in Cloud 9
Yep.
so that I could also do this, and it was great. And then we did a number of shows. I'm looking up here at the poster. So Nora, I think, was the last of your shows that I
Right.
did, and that would be 1998.
Okay.
99, I did Real Thing with,
Mhm.
right? That was
Yeah.
the last Court Theater show I did. And I always said, and we had little kids at home. We have 2 boys, and our sons were young, and I kept saying, yeah, this is a little rough with both of us out nights and weekends, and, you know. So I said when the boys got older, I would be happy to go back on stage, and suddenly the boys got a lot older and are like out of the house and gone. So from that point of view, it's great because they're very busy and have their own lives, and I'm having an empty nest syndrome, and so I was very happy to get back
Stay
to
busy.
work.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, to that point, you have these 2 grown boys, and that is also the same situation that Kate is in the play. And maybe for both of you as director and as actor, how is that sort of informing the way that you approach All My Sons?
Very carefully,
Yeah.
because all my son's circumstances you don't want to invite so into your home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So our home is beautiful and lovely, and God willing, I don't think we have the secrets. You know, the boys kind of know pretty much everything. Yeah, they're very, yes, they know. They've never seen me on stage, so that was a new piece, but you approach it carefully. You try to keep it very separate. I have a lot of little rituals that I go through to make sure that my Kate Keller is very, she's protected, if you will, from Kate Collins, and we have some rules about how we work together in rehearsal, and so, because we want the company, of course, it's very important that the company not be awkward or uncomfortable or,
Yeah.
you know, be, you know, we don't want them to, oh my God, here comes a husband and wife team, charming, you know. So, but we keep it pretty separate, pretty
That's
separate.
great. That's great.
Even as I empathize with her about having 2 sons, but I don't want to invite it,
Sure.
so.
Great.
If I may, one of the great
Please.
joys was when Jake and Luke came to see their mother on stage for the very first time.
That's amazing.
Because in both cases, they were on stage with their mother in her tummy
Oh my
when
gosh.
she was doing shows at Court Theater, but they've never actually seen her perform
Yeah.
live on stage. So watching their faces when you made your first entrance, but even better was after the show, just seeing both the boys just laugh and hug and kiss and love their mom and tell her how wonderful she was. It was amazing. It was amazing.
It was neat.
I can't imagine how proud they are, both of you, for
Yeah.
this beautiful show.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful show. It's an amazing company of actors that you've created, an amazing company, the crew, everybody. It's just a joy to go be agonizing on stage. Otherwise it would just be tough, but it's really an amazing group of people. Truly, every night you sit there and go, oh my God, how lucky are we?
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Shelby.
All My Sons is open until February 18th.